Hello everyone, this is SynthJohn here, yes. SynthJohn in the flesh. And today, well, being we're on the road to Halloween, I thought I'd talk about one of my favourite directors, Lucio Fulci. And today we're going to talk about some of his best films. And we're going to start off with the 1979 Italian splatter film, Zombie Flesh Eaters. Now, I would put Zombie Flesh Eaters in my top 5 zombie films of all time. Yes. If you haven't seen this film, and you consider yourself a zombie fan, I question your zombie fan credentials, because this is an absolute classic. Absolute classic. Oh, what can we say about this film? What can we say? The soundtrack. I'll start off with the soundtrack. The soundtrack by Fabio Frizzi is just absolutely fucking outstanding. Those 1970 synthesizers put in with the Caribbean rhythms, the drums, just completely adds to the mood of the film. Completely adds to the mood of the film. And if I ever get a chance to get on vinyl, I will. It's just outstanding. And there's a lot of the soundtrack on YouTube, so check it out. It's fucking brilliant. And of course, the sound effect, the special effects, just absolutely outstanding. The zombies in this look like they've been decaying a long time. It's just fucking bits falling off them, off their arms. There's one hand, he's got hardly any eyeballs. It's just, he's got worms. Just outstanding. I mean, much better compared to Dawn of the Dead. I mean, look at that. Brains. I mean, look at that. Much better special effects than Dawn of the Dead. And I love Dawn of the Dead, but the zombies in that look like they look like, all of them look like a bunch of fucking useless DIY experts who've got too much fucking green paint on their face. It's just, I don't know, it just looks rather silly. I mean, the zombies in this, they're creepy, they're gruesome. They're not the sort of people you invite to at a tea party. Put it that way. Incredible effects by De Rossi. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And for a Lucio Fulci film, if you're watching this and you know about Lucio Fulci, and it's very plot driven compared to his later stuff. Like his later stuff's very abstract, and a lot of it's very random, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. Whereas this is pretty. A Fulci film is pretty conventional. The plot is very conventional. Basically, the plot is there's a boat that ends up in the New York Harbor, abandoned. It looks abandoned, and then there's I won't spoil it, but there's it's just a big surprise. Something bad happens, which then leads to Tisa Farrow's character, Anne Bowles, to investigate the boat, which is her father's boat, who she hasn't heard from a couple of months. Then that leads to Ian McCulloch's character, Peter, the journalist, and they go to Matul, a Caribbean island, where the dead are coming back to life. They're coming back to life. So that's basically the plot. That's basically the plot. And it does get criticised for being too slow. But I think there's enough interest, there's enough interesting scenes to keep it to the climax. I mean, the climax at the end is fantastic. And again, I won't spoil it if you haven't seen it, but the climax at the end is fantastic. So yeah, great soundtrack, great special effects by De Rossi, plot driven. I mean the acting's like, you know what 70s always like for acting. It's not the greatest, and the characters are not exactly fleshed out. But I think they do a good enough job. I mean, Ian McCulloch is, he's a fine actor. From Survivors and Zombie Holocaust and Contamination. They do their job. And I might mention one scene from this film. Which is gotta be one of the most bizarre scenes I think I've ever seen in a horror film, or any type of film, really. Basically, Aretta Gray, Ian McCulloch and Tisa Farrow meet up with these two people basically they're on holiday in the Caribbean, and they make a deal to take them to a tour where they think Anne Ball's father is. And Aretta Gray gets in the water semi-nude, taking pictures and, and she ends up seeing a shark, and she goes, "Oh, fucking hell, shark, get out quick." And you think the shark's the threat. You think the shark is going to eat her. And then the shark sort of disappears. And then behind her, the zombie just grabs her. And then the zombie fights the shark. It's just fucking bizarre. It's just absolutely bonkers. But at the same time, it's awesome at the same time. And I read somewhere that the zombie in the water was the trainer for the shark. So, I don't know, my hat's off to him. Fucking great scene. Absolutely great scene. And yeah, the cinematography in this is just beautiful. It really is beautiful of the Caribbean. It's just absolutely beautiful. And as we was talking about Dawn of the Dead, in Italy, this was classed as an unofficial sequel to Dawn of the Dead, because Dawn of the Dead in Italy, it was known as Zombie, was very popular. So obviously the Italians wanted more. They wanted their version of a zombie film, and they classed it as an official sequel. But Romero tried to block that. He tried to block it. He said, "No, you can't have this as a sequel, because it just isn't it's not a sequel, and you're trying to cash in. You're trying to cash in on my film." And of course, Fulci I think he took him to court. An Italian judge was like, "No, Mr. Fulci, you can use Zombie Due, because George A. Romero did not invent that word. So you can use Zombie Due." And in Italy, Zombie Due. And America, Zombie, I think. And over here, Zombie Flesh Eaters. Just, what can I say? It's just great. It's a classic film. Really classic film. And, it went on to become a video nasty. Yes, video nasties. Yeah, the government introduced the Video Recordings Act in 1984. Yeah, the Director of Public Prosecutions made up a list of 72 films that were considered dangerous to the public. So, if you were caught with this on video, uncut in the 80s, You go to prison. You go to prison for having this. And you think it's just fucking bizarre. Just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. It's just a silly little zombie film, and you know, why would this cause harm to anyone? But then again, that was the 80s, you know. That was the moral panic of the day. Back then, nuclear war, Cold War, and video nasties. It's just absolutely bizarre. You know, it's laughable to think now that if you had this on video, you could go to prison for it. It's just fucking stupid. It's just, but you know, there you go, isn't it? And this didn't get released uncut, so I think about 2005, I think it was, yeah, 2005 on DVD, uncut version. And here we are today, you know, looking at the Blu-ray version, and it's completely uncut, you know. And then, but back when it was released in the cinema over here, it was just completely cut to ribbons. Every zombie attack was just cut. And those who know, you probably will know if you're watching this, the famous, one of the most famous scenes of the zombie attacks of the film, that was cut as well. That was cut to ribbons. So yeah, Zombie Flesh Eaters. Incredible film. For me, one of the top zombie films, one of the top horror films of all time. I can't recommend it enough. And it's got some great special features on here. You got him kind of talking about his 3 films of Italian horror. Zombie Flesh Eaters, Zombie Holocaust, Contamination. I also got on Blu-ray. Zombie Holocaust is shit. To put it mildly, it is a piece of shit. It's just a complete rip-off. Of Zombie Flesh Eaters. It basically uses the same sets. Ian McCulloch's character is called Peter, and he's like a sort of like a journalist, you know, like a doctor. And the special effects they just look atrocious, and it's funny for the brave, that one. I mean, that was the problem with this film. It spawned a lot of really bad zombie films, because Italian cinema's always been like that. It's always been exploitative, you know, whether it's and take from the Americans, whether they you'd see Jaws. America would do Jaws. Italians would do their version of Jaws. You know, George A. Romero does Dawn of the Dead. Lucio Fulci does Zombie Flesh Eaters. You know, Zombie Holocaust, Zombie Creeping Flesh, Zombie Lake. Ugh. You know, it just a lot of imitations. A lot of imitations, but this is the best Italian zombie movie, and I can't recommend it enough. Fucking great. The next film we're going to look at is Lucio Fulci's The Beyond. Now, this is sort of classed as a zombie film, even though the zombies appear in the last 10-12 minutes of the film, because the German backers wanted zombies, because zombies were so popular at that time in the early 80s. Fulci had to get his scriptwriter to rewrite the end of the film so he could put zombies in the last 10 minutes. And this film it's almost like a very bad dream. not a lot of it makes sense, and it's a lot of randomness to it as well. It's just it's creepy. It's very atmospheric, but there's no there's no. It's almost like a neoclassical twisted Shakespearean play, if that makes sense. It's like each gruesome death in it is like a set piece, which sort of links everything together. If that makes sense. I mean, the only common thread through it is the blind woman with the dog, who warns Catriona McCall's character about the hotel she's inheriting is one of the 7 gates to hell. That's the common thread throughout it. But other than that, it's not plot driven. You know, it's very a lot of randomness to it. But the soundtrack by Fabio Frizzi again is fantastic. It's like sort of like twisted opera sort of style. A little bit different to the synth heavy soundtrack of Zombie Flesh Eaters. It's very, yeah, it's sort of like a twisted sort of prog rock opera soundtrack. It's, you know, it's very good, very worth checking out. And yeah, The Beyond is, I mean, if you want plot heavy, you know, it's probably not the film for you. It's probably not the film for you. But if you like sort of like arty, abstract sort of style, then it's for you. It is for you. And one of the scenes in it, one of the deaths in it is absolutely, it's just fucking absolutely gruesome. Basically, there's a librarian. We're in a library. He's a librarian. He's on a ladder. He falls off, and he's paralysed. He can't move. He's paralysed. He can't move a fucking muscle. And the next thing you know, you've got tarantulas crawling on the floor. They crawl onto his body. They crawl onto his face. They rip his eyeball out. Rip his tongue out. Basically, just rip his face off. Just basically rip his face off. It's just, oh, very nasty. It's a very nasty scene. That is very nasty indeed. And yeah, just incredibly nasty. A lot of nasty deaths in this, and it's much gorier than Zombie Flesh Eaters. Much gorier. Really nasty. Really nasty scenes in it. Be fair to Fulci, he could come up with so much imaginative deaths. So imaginative, so just, you know. And he's a sucker for eye splinter. He's a sucker for eyes. You know, he just absolutely incredible, just incredible. Really incredible. And I like it. It's not as good as Zombie Flesh Eaters, but it is good. It is good. It's like one big nightmare. One big nightmare. But very good. Next one we're looking at is House by the Cemetery, which is just after The Beyond. Now, I don't think I've mentioned it already, but The Beyond and House by the Cemetery and City of the Living Dead are part of the Gates of Hell trilogy. So basically each film is basically a gate to hell. So City of the Living Dead, a priest commits suicide and he opens a gate to hell. The Louisiana hotel that Catriona McCall inherits in The Beyond is a gate to hell. And this haunted house, House by the Cemetery, is also a gate to hell. So, hence, Gates of Hell trilogy. Now, House by the Cemetery. Now, I don't know if I prefer this to The Beyond. I don't know. It is a good film, but then a lot of it doesn't make sense. It's just like a bit random, some of the stuff in it, but the gore effects again. De Rossi, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I suppose it is a bit more of a story to it than The Beyond. You know, basically, Bob, the little kid in it, has like visions of this little girl, and this little girl is basically warning him not to move to this house in oh god, is it New England? I think it's New England, yeah. New England house. Basically, the little girl's warning him not to go there. Because bad things will happen. Bad things will happen, and obviously, shit hits a fan. Bad things do happen. But yeah, I don't think it's as good as I don't think it is good as The Beyond. But especially, obviously, the gore and the soundtrack is brilliant as well. It's sort of like really organ, gothic heavy sort of style. Like, and it's sort of the soundtrack sort of reminds me of House of the Dead. Probably the composer must probably have heard some of this and thought, "Oh, that sounds good. I might put that in my stuff." So yeah, it's got that really organ, sort of creepy organ style. The soundtrack, really good. I recommend you listening to it. It's fantastic. But yeah, I suppose one of the things that let this film down is fucking the dubbing. Oh, fucking Bob. It's like, "Oh, mummy, we can't move there. No, we can't move to that house because my friend said we can't move there. It's dangerous." It's like, oh, shut the fuck up, Bob. Oh, with his fucking long hair and his absolutely fucking annoying. The dubbing was terrible. It's like I'm pretty sure I read it's a woman doing the dubbing for Bob the Kid, and you think, just couldn't you? Awful dubbing, awful. I'd rather hear Barry Byrne, the one that does Barry Byrne Resident Evil, do it. "Mum, we mustn't go to that house. The basement's dangerous." That would have been better, but no. "Oh, mummy, there's something in the basement. Help me. You think, oh, I want him to die. I want Bob to die. Oh, yeah. Apart from the dubbing, it's great. I like it. I don't think it's his best film, but it has its moments. And if you're a sucker for gore, you'd love it. Plenty of gore in it, so yeah. So we've looked at the Blu-rays, and what other films have I seen of Lucio Fulci? Oh God, New York Ripper. That is a nasty film. You talk about one of the films that should have been put on the videos nasty list, New York Ripper. And you're probably asking, well, why wasn't it put on the nasty list? Because it was completely rejected by the BBFC, and every copy of the New York Ripper was sent back to Italy because it was considered so obscene. It was just James Furman, head of the BBFC at the time. He said, "Fuck this, we don't want this. And it was deported back to Italy. So just completely, you know, had no market for it. And what can we say about the New York Ripper? It's a very uncomfortable watch, very, very depressing watch. It's just so sleazy and nasty. Some of the murders in it are just incredibly nasty, and it's still censored to this day in the UK. It's just the one particular scene which is still censored is where the killer of the film basically puts a razor blade through a naked woman's nipples on her chest and through the eye. Just absolutely nasty. Just, I mean, he was, and for this film, he was considered a misogynist, Fulci. You know, I wouldn't say he was misogynist. I would say it's nihilistic. He just doesn't like anything. This film, it's just completely a piece of shit of a film. It's just absolutely full on relentless nastiness. It's just horrible, and it's not a sort of film I could watch through again. It's just incredibly. There's nothing redeeming about it. It just makes New York look fucking the worst. It makes New York look hell on earth. It just does. It just makes it look like hell on earth. You know, there's nothing redeeming about it. The characters, they're just absolute cunts in it. All the characters are just horrible. And that film is for, if you're brave, that's for really brave people, that film, if you really want to see it, but it's just not a nice film. Not a nice film at all. Not a nice film. Other films. Don't Torture a Duckling. Don't Torture a Duckling is probably Fulci's most polished, accomplished film. You know, it sort of plays out like a neo-western. I thought, particularly the cinematography. I mean, the film is based in rural Italy. I don't know if that's northern or southern Italy, but it's based in rural Italy. And basically, there's a killer going around killing children, and there's a reporter, and this really sort of sleazy woman. She's a horny cow. She's just very, I don't know, she's just a bit weird and she's a bit of a nympho, I would say. And the people of the village are very distrustful of her, and there's a lot of implications that she could be the one doing the killings. But I won't spoil it for you. But I mean, it's probably one of the best Giallos I've ever seen. Just probably his most, in many ways, it probably is his best film, Don't Torture a Duckling. But I love my zombie flesh eaters, so. But I'd put it in the top 5 Fulci films. You know, it's more like an Argento film in many ways. It's more because what you expect from Fulci is atmosphere and, you know, and gore, not so much really strong storytelling. But with Don't Torture a Duckling, it's very, very compelling, strong storytelling. You want to know what's going to happen next. It's a very strong narrative, and it does paint a lot of fingers are all at the village. Basically, it's sort of like it's a very strange village. Each village has got like their own demons. You know, it's so you suspect everyone. You know, you suspect everyone is the killer. So yeah, don't Torture a Duckling. I don't think that is on Blu-ray. I'm not sure. I'll have to check, because that is worth getting. Don't Torture a Duckling. It's a very good Giallo. Giallo, of course, Italian murder mystery. In case you don't know what that means. So basically, Giallo's like it takes elements of Alfred Hitchcock. You know, the camera, the jerky sort of, you know, camera work, colourful cinematography, and you know, and that sort of thing, and combine it with their own sort of style, which is the Giallo. So, Don't Torture a Duckling. It's a good Giallo. It's really good. I think it's up there with Bay of Blood by Mario Bava, and not quite up to Deep Red, but it is a good Giallo. Very good Giallo. Manhattan Baby. Oh. I'm like, what the fuck is this about? Doesn't make. I mean, I know I've said it in this video that a lot of Fulci stuff doesn't make sense, but Manhattan Baby doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. It's just, I watched it, I thought it just looked rather very lazy filmmaking there. I thought it was just, I mean, it used a lot of the soundtrack from The Beyond and Zombie Flesh Eaters, which did get on my, I mean, I liked the soundtracks and stuff, but I thought that's a bit lazy, and it just, there was nothing holding it together. There was nothing at all. Just completely, it just looked like completely. It just looked silly. It just looked really. It just looked. I mean, it could have worked as an idea. So basically, what it is, basically, this family go into Egypt, and the father is an archaeologist, so he's looking for artifacts, and he find this weird eye jewel, and basically it's like an evil eye. Basically it's an evil eye, and it possesses the daughter. It possesses the daughter to kill. And I just thought it was quite boring, if you ask me. It was nothing. Just nothing going on. It was just nothing. Just completely incoherent, and just completely. What the fuck? One of those. What the fuck am I watching? Just no, not. I mean, if people want to watch it, that's fine, but don't expect a great film. It's not a good film at all. The Black Cat. Now, the Black Cat, I suppose, is an interesting take on Edgar Allan Poe. It's not a fantastic film, but it's interesting enough. It's quite interesting. I think that's all the films I've seen of Fulci. I mean, because he doesn't just done horror films. He's done westerns and comedies and an action film. I'm trying to think. They Die with Their Boots On. He's done, which I wouldn't mind seeing. He's done a film called White Fang, which is sort of like an adventure film with like a husky dog, which looks quite interesting. Culture Band, action, sort of like an action thriller, James sort of like a James Bond type of film. If anybody has seen these films in the comments, let me know what they're like, because I wouldn't mind seeing them. The Psychic looks quite good. I'm hoping to see that soon. So yeah, that's about it really. I think I've fucking waffled on enough. So yeah, Zombie Flesh Eaters. Great film. Great soundtrack. Great cinematography. Great special effects. Just one of the best zombie films you'll see. In fact, should we do a top 5 zombie films? Okay, top 5 zombie films. Number 1, Day of the Dead. George A. Romero. Just can't fault it. Number 2. I'm sort of torn between Zombie Flesh Eaters and Dawn of the Dead, George A. Romero's version. So reluctantly I might put those two together in number 2. So number 2, Zombie Flesh Eaters and Dawn of the Dead, 1978 version. Number 3, Night of the Living Dead, Tom Savini's version, the 1990 version. Night of the Living Dead, 1968 version, and Living Dead of Manchester Morgue. If you haven't seen that, I recommend that. That's a good one. And that was also on the Nasties list. So yeah. The Beyond. Sort of like a neo-gothic twisted Shakespearean play. That's how I sum it up as. Not as good as Zombie Flesh Eaters, but it's very good. House by the Cemetery. Good, decent, but not a patch on the other two. But it is worth a watch. So yeah, Lucio Fulci. Yeah, Lucio Fulci. So yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like, dislike. No, I'm a democracy. Dislike, like, fucking abuse, fucking spam commenting. Hey, nice video. Which you'll get deleted straight away if you do that. So, you know, spam comments, abuse, dislike. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you.